One's individual will thus remains uniquely his. God will not override it nor overwhelm it. Hence, we'd better want the consequences of what we want. Another cosmic fact: only by aligning our wills with God's is full happiness to be found. Anything less results in a lesser portion. The Lord will work with us even if at first we can do no more than desire, but are willing to give place for a portion of His words. A small foothold is all He needs, but we must provide it. So many of us are kept from eventual consecration because we mistakenly think that somehow, by letting our will be swallowed up in the will of God, we lose our individuality. What we are really worried about, of course, is not giving up self, but selfish things, like our roles, our time, our preeminence, and our possessions. No wonder we are instructed by the Savior to lose ourselves. He is only asking us to lose the old self in order to find the new self. It is not a question of one's losing identity, but of finding his true identity. Ironically, so many people already lose themselves anyway in their hobbies and preoccupations, but with far, far lesser things. Ever observant in both the first and second estates, consecrated Jesus always knew in which direction he faced. He consistently emulated his Father, saying the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do. For what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. For I have suffered the will of the Father in all things from the beginning. As one's will is increasingly submissive to the will of God, he can receive inspiration and revelation to help meet the trials of life. In the trying and very defining Isaac episode, Abraham staggered not through unbelief. Of that episode, John Taylor observed that nothing but the spirit of revelation could have given Abraham this confidence and sustained him under those peculiar circumstances. Will we too trust the Lord amid a perplexing trial for which we have no easy explanation? Do we understand, really understand, that Jesus knows when we are stressed and perplexed? The complete consecration which effected the atonement ensured Jesus' perfect empathy. He felt our very pains before we did and knows how to succor us. Since the most innocent suffered the most, our cry of why cannot match his. But we can utter the same submissive word, nevertheless. Even when righteously chastised or rebuked, we need not faint, for in the correcting is renewing love. My son, despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. One's life, therefore, cannot be both faith-filled and stress-free. President Wilford Woodruff counseled us all about the mercy that is inherent in some adversity. The chastisements we have had from time to time, he said, have been for our good and are essential to learn wisdom and carry us through the school of experience we never could have passed through without. Therefore, how can you and I really expect to glide naively through life as if to say, Lord, give me experience, but not grief, not sorrow, not pain, not opposition, not betrayal, and certainly not to be forsaken. Keep from me, Lord, all those experiences which made thee what thou art. Then let me come and dwell with thee and fully share thy joy.